How are we doing? Boy, I'm so wired. Friends, great to be with you. This is truly a very special time of the year, and it's so nice to see so many of you. And, I sometimes I feel like Joseph because looking at so many faces that I haven't seen throughout the year, not only in this parish, but in every parish. And I know that people travel. I know that for many of you, this is not your home parish, but I'm wondering, like, probably Joseph being in the manger and seeing so many visitors, how did you get here? Where did you come from? It's a very good question. How did you get here? Where did you come from? And most importantly, as you make this trip to this church this evening, why don't you stay here? It's all about homecoming. And we should really be invited and come home for Christmas. Not only to our homes to celebrate Christmas, but also to the home of our hearts and souls, which is the church, which is our parish. So, welcome home. Thank you very much for being here. Friends, seeing so many children, I have to tell you, I'm being reminded of this wonderful time I always had in preparation for Christmas, preparing with little children a Christmas pageant. You know what I'm talking about, right? I have to tell you, it's always a joy. If you were involved with this, you know what I mean. And very important task also in my preparation for Christmas pageant was to pick the right characters, to pick the right students to be who they're supposed to be on the stage. There were always a lot of volunteers to be Joseph, because Joseph has to just simply look pretty, say absolutely no word, and stand to the prettiest girl in the school, and it's nice to be Joseph. No lights to remember, nothing. Of course, girls were always very privileged to be Mary, because, that's a very special character. I have to tell you, it was not really so difficult even to pick the guys to be shepherds, or even better, a sheep. Because you know what? You can walk on the stage however you want, whatever you want. You are the sheep. You know what I'm saying? You are do whatever you want. You don't have to remember any lines. So it was also nice and easy. Believe it or not, in my Christmas pageant, the most important character of the whole pageant was, are you ready? An innkeeper. An innkeeper. An innkeeper is truly in charge of making the whole drama. I hope that you feel that, listen, I take everything by heart. I preach from my heart. I always put my heart to those players. So to me, picking an innkeeper was not easy. Because I have to tell you, an innkeeper, unlike other characters of the Christmas pageant, had to remember only one line. Only one sentence. That's it. But, it's not just about saying this one line and one sentence. The way you're supposed to do it, with the passion, making the whole drama was, I have to tell you, the whole secret of the whole pageant. And I will never forget, I was already in Paris 7 years, and I knew that it's going to be my last year, and it was 2003, this Christmas pageant in St. Thomas the Apostle was considered the best pageant of my life. I picked all the right people, and let me tell you something. Kids were absolutely amazing. And they can be. And I remember, oh boy, I was standing in the back, and all of a sudden you saw lines and lines and lines of little monitors of video cameras and phones and cameras, my God, and flashing, because parents were so very, very much touched. And once again, as they were so good, I was just praying that the Michael whom I picked to be an innkeeper will remember his line to make a true drama, because all what he had to do just to remember to say, as Joseph and Mary comes into Bethlehem and they knock the door, knock, 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 go away, there is no room for you. Just one line. Go away, there is no room for you. Oh boy, I have to tell you, we really felt the drama. Kids were so amazing. So much so that Joseph and Mary comes in and he knocks the door and there was a pause and it's like, oh my God, I said he forgot his line. No, he didn't. But you know what he said? Come in. That's all what he did. Thank you for saying, oh wow, yeah. I have to tell you, we never recover with the whole pageant. Everything after it was just one big disaster. Poor Joseph didn't know what to do with himself. Just imagine that. And people were laughing just like you are laughing. But I have to tell you, in so many ways, it was the best Christmas pageant I ever had in my life. Jesus was so right when he said, if you will not take the kingdom of heaven like children, you will never enter to it. Sometimes we have to become like children. And Christmas season, it's a great time for us to become like children and to let people come in. To let yourself come in. Come back to the church. Christmas is the time when God in Jesus Christ is reaching out with his hand to all of us. Come home. The doors are not closed. Please come home for Christmas. Folks, I don't know about yourselves, but how many of you are with Polish heritage? That's it? I have to work on it. But I have to tell you, in Poland tonight, when people sit at Christmas table, there is always one extra chair. Always. When I was a little boy, I knew for sure that this Christmas chair has to be for Santa Claus because he's going to come tired and he needs to sit somewhere. So I was absolutely excited to have that extra chair. It was only when I was growing up I realized and I was told, no, it's not for Santa. You know, this chair is actually for someone who might be lost, who might be somewhere on the street and was looking for a place to celebrate a Christmas Eve dinner because on Christmas Eve or on Christmas, no one should be alone. You hear me? No one should be alone. So this extra chair was always for somebody who may stop by for whatever reason. But in Poland, we believe that person who was coming home for whatever reason, and doesn't matter where he came from, it was not even matter what was his or her name. It was Jesus himself. Guess what? Took me all those years to discover that this extra Christmas chair, empty chair, in my home, as it happened tonight, was for the guys like me. Because there is always, in every family, someone missing for Christmas. I'm sure that all of you here in this church have someone in your life whom you wish to be close and to have for Christmas. And for whatever reason, these people are not. That extra chair is precisely for them. It could be a mother or father that already passed away and somewhere in heaven. It could be you, totally on the other side of the United States of America, or in different country, that for some reason missing for Christmas in your home. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure that each and every one of you has that very person in your heart. Could be ex-wife, or ex-husband, or ex-friend. Somehow, for some reason, missing for Christmas. We don't even remember why. It could be a neighbor, or a friend, or mother and father sitting alone somewhere in a senior facility, totally alone, because there is no way you will be able to bring them for Christmas. I don't know, and I don't care who you have, but let's just admit the fact that we all have those special people, those special empty Christmas chairs, even the chairs you don't want to talk to anyone about, but you do. Welcome to the magic of Christmas. Let them come in home. Say a prayer. Think about them. Because Christmas, as you just heard in today's gospel story, it's all about coming home. Coming home to God. Coming home to be in each other and for each other. Coming home to be who we're supposed to be in the eyes of God. So, ladies and gentlemen, let Him come in. Don't fight. Let Jesus and Mary come in and welcome Him like Joseph did, because their presence in your life can truly make a difference. Does this make sense? Oh boy. I ask you, I was just about to finish my homily, but you want me to keep talking, I will. All stories in the Gospels are interrelated. Do you remember what happened to this beautiful couple in love with each other, celebrating the wedding at Cana in Galilee? Remember them? Hello? Yes. Thank God, inviting Jesus and Mary also to be with them. Remember that? Yes. Read this gospel story very carefully. Jesus performs His first sign there, so no one in town knew who the heck He was and who was His mother. They didn't know who Jesus was and what Jesus could do. Only then He performed His first sign. But oh boy, I hope that as you read this story and remember the story, thank God they invited Him and Mary to the wedding of their lives. Don't you feel it? Oh guys, come on. All Jewish weddings, Irish weddings, Polish weddings, and Italian weddings are the same. If you are running out of wine, vodka, or beer, or scotch, it's over. It's over. No, wait, you're laughing. Guys, you look to me like you are very happy. You are very successful. And you know what? You are so busy that you don't even remember to come home, not only for Christmas, but for Sunday Mass. You are so busy, just like those people, dancing in the main room, having fun, not even knowing and realizing that somewhere in the back room, the drama is going on. You are running out of wine. You're running out of grace. You're running out of love for each other. That's how our marriages break. You are so busy getting another job. You are so busy doing all different things for your family, for yourself, and no time for Jesus, no invitation to me. You don't even realize that your level of appreciation and energy and love for each other is going lower, lower, lower. Thank God they were invited. Thank God they were invited to the home of the couple who were celebrating a beautiful meaning of their love. Jesus saved the wedding. Jesus saved their life. Jesus saved their love. That's how important it is for us to follow the example of Joseph and invite Mary and Jesus into your home. Invite them into your lives. For this is the time for us really to return and to come back home for Christmas. But let this home be our church. Let this home be the Eucharist. Let this home be the heart of all our loved ones, those people that sometimes are missing with the empty tables in our hearts. We don't even know what we are there because we already forgot. Let them come in. Please come in. And please feel invitation. Do you know why? And this is the secret of Christmas. Look how beautiful they are. You children, so fragile and so delicate. Yes, please hold them tight. Do you know why? Because life is very fragile. and very delicate. Folks, it doesn't really matter how good you think you are and oh boy you are. Doesn't really matter how handsome and strong you think you are. Let us realize that life is very fragile and very delicate. That's why he came to Bethlehem as a child. God is God. He could choose so many different ways to be with us. He has chosen exactly this way to remind us that life is very fragile and very delicate. Let's just be honest today, how often we take it for granted. We are always invited to come home every Sunday. We don't do it because we take life for granted. When we take our own lives for granted, you know how easy it is to take each other for granted? Let me tell you something. The latest study shows, are you ready? 85% of our divorces and separations in America are because they take each other for granted. Don't do it. Don't do it. Not only life is very fragile, relationships are. Love is very fragile and very delicate. Don't take your loved ones for granted. Let them come in. This is the time for us to embrace each other and to welcome each other homes. So my friends, this is my prayer, my wish, and my blessing for you today. I wish you the Christmas of coming home. I wish you a Christmas full of hugs, full of love, full of closeness, being there for each other. Instead of wasting our energy to fight with each other, let us fight for each other, because that's exactly why Jesus came to this world. So, please come home. Let the magic and the beauty of Christmas, our love for each other, be not only here with us and for us once in a year. How about more than once a week? How about every day? Let the magic of Christmas last forever. So, welcome home. Will you? This side is not with me. Will you? Yes. Thank you very much. I will say it. Amen. And of course, give yourselves a great round of applause, guys. You deserve it. Welcome home. Thank you.